Why does American Express have so many different cards, and which one's really the best one? Do I want cash back or do I want points back? And are the gold and platinum cards really worth hundreds of dollars? I'm going to take you through it and let you make your own decision based on your own situation. Like all my other credit card videos, I've included a Google Sheets spreadsheet below. Go ahead and download that so you can put in your monthly budget and see what your point earnings would be like. Now, with that said, there are 9 cards, so I'm going to get started right away. There are 2 categories of American Express cards. Aside from the credit and the charge card, which are literally so similar now that it's not even worth talking about, there are points back and cashback cards. If you're a complete beginner and you haven't seen my beginner credit card guide, click the link in the top right corner so that way you would have a better idea, understanding of the difference between cashback and points back. And you might want to start with one of those cards instead. But if you understand the difference, let's keep on going. We're going to look at cashback cards first. These cards don't earn membership rewards. Instead, they earn cashback in the form of a statement credit. So for these 3 cards, 1x means 1 cent back, not points. Now keep in mind, a lot of these cards have really similar names, so I've written them down below. Check it out if you're confused by the naming conventions that AMEX uses. I'm not going to go over the basic details of the cards because they're constantly updated on American Express's website, and I'm going to put it down in the description below if those numbers are what you're looking for. Instead, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper and do a deeper analysis of how the cards really work. So then back to our 3 cashback cards. We have 2 no-fee cards and 1 paid card. The difference between which one to choose is really going to come down between how much money you spend and what you spend your money on. The Blue Cash Everyday makes more sense if you spend more money on supermarkets and gas stations, and the Cash Magnet makes sense if you don't. So the easiest way to compare would be to just plug in your monthly budget into my calculator. So now that we've compared the 2 no-fee cards, we're going to compare that with the Blue Cash Preferred, which charges a $95 annual fee that's waived in the first year. So with the budget that I've made, my own personal budget, in the first year, you're going to come out about $200 ahead in terms of the rewards that you're going to earn with the Everyday Preferred card. So just from the first year, with the sign-up bonus taken into account, at the same level of spending, you're going to be ahead by $200 by getting the Blue Cash Preferred, especially because the annual fee is waived in the first year. And even though in subsequent years you're going to be paying a $95 annual fee every year, that means at the end of the day you're still more than $100 ahead of the free cards, using my budget of course. So once you plug in your own budget, you'll be able to better analyze how this will work out for you. Again, it's super dependent on your budget and what else you have in your wallet, but for the most part, this is what the cashback cards for the Amex personal cards looks like. Now moving on to the good stuff. The next 6 cards, 2 of which are free and 4 of which carry annual fees, are the ones that earn membership rewards points. We're going to start by looking at the 2 free cards, which is the Blue from Amex and the Everyday Credit. Comparing these 2 cards, the Everyday Credit has a sign-up bonus and typically earns more than the Blue card does. In addition, the Everyday Credit card is super beginner friendly because if you make 20 or more transactions within a statement cycle, you get a 20% bonus on your points. Now, I reflected this on the spreadsheet. If you don't use this card that much or don't anticipate you'll be using it that much, unhide this column over here and change these numbers back to 1 and 2 instead of 1.2 and 2.4. So for these no-fee point earning cards, it's pretty straightforward. We're going to move on to the more difficult stuff, which is the 4 cards that do carry annual fee. Next, we're going to look at the Everyday Preferred Credit Card and the Green Card because they both have a sign-up bonus and they both charge similar fees. And with my budget, it looks like I'm going to be earning a little bit more with the Everyday Preferred Credit Card than the Green. On top of that, the annual fee is also $55 cheaper. But the catch is you have to use the card 30 or more times within each statement cycle to get the 50% point bonus, which honestly is quite difficult if this isn't your only card. If it's your only card, you're probably going to achieve this. So if you do have more cards in your collection, the Green Card might end up being more worth it because it does carry more points for travel. So if you're traveling a lot, once you start putting the points in the travel categories for your monthly budget, the Green Card really comes out on top. So that's the beauty of the spreadsheet. You just put in your budget and it'll calculate for you which card is going to do better. All right, with that said, we get on to the really good stuff, which is the Gold Card and the Platinum Card. I'm going to share with you guys how I get such massive value out of these cards that I'm basically getting paid to use them. So first of all, let's look at how they earn points. As you can see from my spreadsheet, the Gold Card earns a ridiculous number of points every single year. On top of that, there's a targeted 75,000 point sign-up bonus for spending $5,000 within the first 3 months. So if you save up some major purchases, you can certainly achieve it. Similarly with the Platinum, you can find a targeted 100K sign-up bonus offer if you spend $5,000 within the first 3 months as well. I want to be completely unbiased to you guys, so I'm not going to leave any links. But for these sign-up bonuses, you can just Google Platinum 100K sign-up bonus offer. Now, since American Express sign-up bonuses are once in a lifetime, which means you can only get it once, I would wait until I'm targeted for the offer or until there is a better public offer available if I don't qualify for the highest sign-up bonus now. Now, if you're looking at my spreadsheet, you'll also notice that the Platinum doesn't really give you that many points. It's basically 1 point per dollar and about 5x for some travel and flights. But the value is really in those cashback and statement credits that they offer you throughout the year. Bear with me now. Let's look at the gold card first. In 2021, not only do you have a $100 airline fee credit, but you also have $10 a month for both Grubhub and Uber, which for Uber you can use on Uber Eats. This adds up to $340 of value, which is already way more than the $250 annual fee. Now, the $100 airline fee credit is a little bit tricky. You can either use it legitimately for extraneous fees, or you can actually redeem it for a gift card. But these are basically loopholes, and they close these loopholes every once in a while. So it's super random, and the whole benefit is going away altogether next year. But as of the recording of this video, you can definitely still find ways to get basically a gift card out of that $100 fee credit. Beyond that, you're going to get some value back with the additional really great AMEX offers, which I believe last year I got about $200 back on a Perch appliance purchase. Now, the Uber and Grubhub credits are a little bit annoying to use because they're spread out month by month and you can't carry it over. But I've been able to utilize this a lot in the past year, so I find a lot of value in that. Now, moving on to the Platinum card. They give you even more credits than they do for the Gold. Although there's a $550 annual fee, there's already a $200 airline fee credit on top of a $200 Uber credit. This Uber credit, again, is a little annoying because it's spread out through the year, but I was able to really utilize this credit anyways, so to me, it still carries a lot of value. Next, in 2021, they're offering a $30 PayPal credit every single month until the end of June. That's $180 of value, and so many merchants accept PayPal these days. So last year, because of COVID, they had a streaming credit. This one basically replaced that, and you also have $100 in Saks Fifth Avenue credit, which basically is free shopping money. It's spread out throughout the year, $50 for the first half and $50 for the second half. I've been utilizing this and pairing this with other Saks offers, so it's been super valuable to me. So with these credits, this already adds up to $580, which is more than the annual fee I paid. But it doesn't stop there because the Amex Platinum has such good offers on the Amex Offers tab of the app. So last year, I was able to save $150 on various offers that I was just able to add to my card and use it, and they just pay me back in the form of a statement credit. On top of that, there's a bunch of travel protections for both the Gold and the Platinum card. Last year for the Platinum card, I was able to use my global entry credit for $100. And as I briefly mentioned earlier, last year because of COVID, a lot of people weren't able to take advantage of travel benefits and travel protections. So as a sign of goodwill, American Express gave us $160 of streaming credits spread over a couple months. They also gave us $100 of credit to use at Dell.com, which they sell a ton of stuff on there. A little bit overpriced at times, but again, $100 for free, so I'm not complaining about that. So at the end of the day, for the Platinum card, although I'm not earning a lot of points with it, I did get a ton of statement credits, which basically paid me to use the card. So I know some of you might say, okay, that was 2020, you got the streaming credit and you got the Dell credit, but that's not happening again this year. I have no doubt that they're going to add more credits in the future, but as of early 2021, for those of us that had the card since November of last year, we got $100 of Best Buy credit, $100 of Home Depot credit, and $150 to spend at Home Chef. So how these credits work is for Best Buy, as long as you spend $100, they'll give you $100 back. So that's free money right there for electronics and so much more. Same for Home Depot and same for Home Chef. They do say these credits are separate $50 credits, so I've been a little more careful with using them. But in practice, a lot of people have said that they've been giving this entire credit back in lump sums. I'm more of the type to go out and shop for groceries and kind of make what I want to eat depending on how I'm feeling that day. But I couldn't pass up this Home Chef opportunity, so at the end of the day, I was able to get 26 meals for just $2 a meal, which is, for me, a super good deal. And it was kind of nice to not have to go out to buy groceries for a while. But in my personal experience, the Amex Platinum Personal Card has had the best and most useful offers throughout the times that I've had this card. There are literally about 100 offers at any given time, and they're all for very common brands that we use all the time. And right now, I sound like an advertisement for this card, but I swear I'm not, and I'm not receiving any commission from them. But right now, if you sign up for the Platinum card, in early 2021, they're offering 10 times points for groceries and gas up to $15,000 of spending for the first 6 months that you have the card. So again, another reason why I love this card, because they keep on pumping more and more value into this card. Now, as great as this seems, it does take a whole lot of organization to take care of all your cards and make sure everything works out within your own wallet. I paid more than $3,000 in annual fees last year, but I also earned way more than that in terms of value. So make sure you choose wisely and you have a spreadsheet to keep track of your cards. Also, when you're getting cards and spending on your credit cards, make sure you keep your goals in mind. Do you really want to accumulate your points and then put in the effort to find those free flights and free hotels? Or would you rather call it a day and take your cash back as a form of statement credit? This is all questions that only you can answer, so definitely check out all my spreadsheets and put in your budget, put in your numbers, and see what makes sense for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time to talk more about my favorite financial tips.